YouTube also. Just need to move this here a little bit. Maybe I move this over here so everyone can see the Buddha. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. About here. Wonderful. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. We pay homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened Gautama Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good morning to all of you. Ooh. On the east side of the world by the time you activate all of this. Good afternoon into the evening here to everyone in the United States. Let me grab some water real quick. I believe that most of you received my video where, as I said, Buddhism is going to hit the streets of America, so everyone's all excited about that video on TikTok and Instagram. Today's talk, as I'm here at the monastery, is going to be on Buddhism as the new educational system for this upcoming year and every year thereafter. One of the things that I notice is the lack of confidence in... Oh, hold on one second. Yeah, so Eddie, my link tree doesn't work because I haven't updated that yet on the link on... Oh, I should have done that. Oh, man. I should have done that. So it's Jidao Monk now. It's not Venerable Jidao Monk. It's just Jidao Monk. So Linktree / Jidao Monk for the Linktree. I had to add some things and make some changes on the Linktree, but you know, like the T-shirt thing on there. Y'all can now get T-shirts to promote Buddhism. Anyway, let's go back on point real quick. But thank you for reminding me. I forgot about. I did everything but the TikTok thing. All right, so you know, there's a lot of lack of confidence for people who have not tried Buddhism. We have a lot of issues because there's a lack of Buddhist education in one's life. And I wanted to just emphasize on that, about what Buddhism can do for you, your life, your self-esteem, your self-concept, your self-value, and self-confidence necessary for you to proceed forward in the world bravely, courageously, and victoriously. Lack of confidence, I see that a lot in my students, you know, and they are very afraid to be assertive, afraid to speak up, kind of just in the box. That's exactly what our existing educational system wants us to do, is to be confined into a box, kind of like a system of slavery, and not to be creative. I mean, so many professors are talking about this, and yet no one is doing anything about it within the Department of Education. It's just like, it is what it is, just leave it alone. It's been working for hundreds of years. Just leave it the way that it is. Until you get a monk like me that says, no, you guys are idiots. You don't know what you're doing. And all of our kids and children, young adults and adults, have been paying the price. Reflect for a minute. Had it not been for Buddhism, we would be in much more despair versus the existing despair now with Buddhism right next to you, right next to everyone. And it's still sometimes I scratch my head that Buddhism has been around for 2,566 years ago, and only a rare few knows about it, digs into it, tests it, and to see results, and so on and so on. And of course, life gets a hold of you once you graduate and work, and then you have kids, and then next thing you know, it's just no time to study the Dhamma, no time to listen to me, no time to listen to Buddhism, all of that good stuff. So I totally get it. The life of being here in America and elsewhere in the world, and when life comes at you, it comes at you very fast. Your ability to deal with life, the faster it comes, the more effective your choices needs to be, because people make mistakes when things come at them too quick, too fast. Lack of mindfulness leads to poor choices and can be costly choices. The thing that wakes everybody up is the costly part. And all of you reflect right now in your life what it has cost you, your relationships, choices that you've made, day-to-day choices, moment-to-moment choices that you have made that costed you your relationship with people, loved ones, romantic relationships, work, occupation, vocation, working with people, family, even family, time management, money management, everything, day to day. So this year, something's got to give. This year, we got to relook at things and ask truly and honestly within ourselves, how well how well is things working out for us? Are we still listening to our ego? Is our ego still getting the best of us? Is our ego saying, be lazy, do what you want to do versus the right thing, be lazy again, watch Netflix? You know, the ego. This year is the year that I really call out the ego in people. So when you're doing the one-on-one counseling session with me, I'm battling your ego, not you. I love every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. But when I get to it, when I design my questions, it is to get closer to your ego and to pull it out and put a light on it. And when I put a light on it, it's like, and that's where I do what I do best. Jump in there and try to fix what I can, making a lasting impression so that you can in fact achieve peace, or the start of it. Start something, start somewhere. So, you know, for people who I am counseling now, you all just need to know that something that I quite frankly moved a little too quick and have not told me. And sometimes during one-on-one counseling, people could mistaken a lot of recommendation advices or my assertiveness and take it very personal. But it is me and your ego. It has nothing to do with me and you. You must know how to separate the message from the messenger. And separate the monk's strategies from, you know, it's weird because we're using the mind to fix the mind. So it's actually the battle of the minds. My mind is trying to jump into your mind to fix whatever the hell is going on, to try to untangle the tangle that's in your mind. I'm trained to do that. I'm trained to do that only if you let me, only if you can override your ego with your higher self, with your higher consciousness, which also means interchangeably your intelligence. Again, smarter people, people who are smart, intelligent, and thoughtful, if you exercise that correctly, in the right manner, you can literally override your ego. You can tell your ego, we are not doing this today. We're not going to be lazy. We're going to get up. We're going to battle depression the way that science wants us to do so, which is eat right, and damn it, eat right, exercise, okay? And you exercise, you make it so that you exercise and have a zero tolerance policy for eating right and zero tolerance policy for exercising. Look at your social life. Look at the connections you have with people. Look at the loneliness aspect, right? You have to use every best available science to battle depression, anxiety, for example, or bipolar, whatever it is that you're dealing with. You gotta have a zero. You gotta stand by it like I did when I was 23. When I was 23, I was like, we ain't doing this. To myself, I said, I'm not giving in to depression anymore. I'm not giving in to anxiety anymore. I'm gonna do something about it. At age 23, I took a very affirmative stance and refused to back down and battle it head on with cognitive behavioral therapy, literally, and committed myself to therapy in addition to studying therapy, CBT. I'm teaching you all everything that I went through, the most effective way to deal with all these little small things, and then eventually it will lead to self-confidence. Eventually, once you have understand fully and practice the Dhamma, the teachings of the Buddha, you will go limitless in the world, not afraid, fearless, literally fearless. There is so much to be said about the comprehensiveness and the effectiveness of education in Buddhism that sometimes I forget these things, and then like I have to stop and remind myself, you need to turn on your darn camera and explain it and spell it out for people to understand what's going on here, and to let people know that they're trapped into the box that our existing educational system had put on them, and that your perception of the world is skewed, literally colored, got lens on, very dusty lens, cannot see past certain things. So it's the monk's job to open your eyes and to see that you've been in this box. You've been conditioned to be in this box for so long. That's why you're not confident. That's why when you step out into the world, you are afraid. You're afraid to speak up. You're afraid to stand for yourself, afraid to make decisions, afraid to, this is it. This is what's right, even when no one's doing it. And this is what's wrong, even though everyone is doing it. Certain policies and stuff that I teach along the way where people stand up very assertive with themselves and said, you know what, no, I'm going to be home at 10. We're not going to keep on partying. We're not going to do this. Once you're around people who do foolish things and get you to drink and smoke and all these other stuff, you're really wasting time. And I just want everyone to be successful and prosper and be intelligent and go home and feel good to yourself, by yourself, with yourself. And instead of the other opposite, which is go home and blame yourself and have self-hatred and self-perpetuating me, my, and I, my suffering, my life sucks, everything sucks, people suck, I hate the world, and so on and so on. So this year, as the new year is moving forward, today is what, the 11th or the 10th, something like that. I just want everyone to stop yourself, and this is part of relooking at the details of your life, the science of your life, and ask yourself, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? How can I make it better? What have I been living on? What is my philosophy? One thing I liked about working with one of the former judges back then was, he was like, Jidao, my philosophy is, and one thing he said was, you don't have a second chance for first impressions. So he taught me a lot of things along the way in my professional career. And I always get a kick in my ears like this when he says, my philosophy is, and I was like, so what does that mean, philosophy? My philosophy is. It just means that this is my way of life. This is what I have come to wisdom, that this is the right way to do things, and the most helpful way to do things, and the most empirical ways to do things, versus I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. Now, everyone in the West here, pay close attention to the individualism in you and the individualistic society and culture that we are from, where we are operating, and that it has been the philosophy for so long, in your subconscious, in your unconscious, is that I do whatever the hell I want to do. Well, guess what, darling? You've been doing the things that you wanted to do, and guess what? Now the Buddha asks you, the Buddha right behind me, would ask you, well, how's everything going for you? How's your love life? How's your sex life? How is all these other things going for you in your life? You know what I mean? So if one is honest and said, yeah, this part of my life, uh, I need improvement on, and this is my other life where I don't need improvement on, only you would know. I mean, no, I don't know how things are going. But pay attention to the self-centeredness, pay attention to the self-involvement. You know, for example, tomorrow is Sunday. I will be teaching tomorrow at Blissful Beginnings, and you see the ones that don't show up is the ones that have told themselves, said to themselves, convinced themselves that, oh, it's a Sunday, I'm not gonna go. Just like people who don't go to church. They're like, no, I'm cozy, it's cold, I'd rather be warm in bed and watch Netflix and look at what I have already missed in my shows. And it is entertainment over education versus education over entertainment. So therefore, I want everyone to just reflect on that, and that is your ego telling you. Again, see, everything our society has been shaping us is to fortify the ego, to add to the ego, to make the ego proliferate. That means everything when you step into the mall, it wants you to feed the ego that this is what you need, this is what you want, because it portray a picture of something else that is different than what the true authentic you really actually are, really actually is. So therefore we fall into this trap even again, and it is the monk's job and Buddhism's job to kind of tell you, hey, what's going on here? Are you living in a world that, do you see things clearly? Do you see things as they are? That's what we want you to know. That's what we want you to really pay attention to, and really stop yourself and ask yourself honestly, because thinking about it is lazy. We've been really lazy about just even thinking. When I'm asking my students to reflect and I'm asking questions, the design of my questions to the students like, I haven't really given much thought about that. Well, what have you been thinking about? Females? Males? Partying? Patron? So, again, it does take effort to think, and a lot of us don't want to really tell you. I have a lot of comments on here. I slid to the right, so all the comments are like very profound. I'm sorry, not pronounced. So therefore it's like all in my face. Y'all try to hold your comments for a second. Just just listen so I don't get distracted. So, thinking is very taxing. Deep thinking, critical thinking. Remember back in high school when we heard the word critical thinking, and we were like, oh, and then we read paragraphs, and then they wanted us to analyze the paragraphs and then answer about what we've read, and then like Jack and Jill, Tom, whatever the story is, our job was to analyze the paragraph and what it meant to us, and like what do we remember out of it. They're teaching us how to think. Math the same way. Everybody hates math. Why? Because it makes you think how to solve problems. But isn't it that exactly? I mean, math is supposed to gear you for life, to teach you how to solve problems when you're out here in the world, so that you're like, oh crap. Well, instead of formulas, what steps do I need to take to solve this problem effectively, legally, comprehensively, or whatever the case may be, right? Rather than just making all sorts of oops, and then that's going to cost you a lot of money. So therefore, this holiday or New Year, whatever is going on right now, is requires all of us to stop, give certain thoughts the attention necessary. Just give your mind some time to really be honest with yourself and exercise that nagging in your head, because this is what separates us from animals, you know. And some people can just kind of live like, I don't want to sound judgmental, but you all understand where I'm coming from. Some people just kind of like live like a pig, eat, poop, sleep, eat, poop, sleep, and that's their happiness, right? And we're okay with that. Buddhism have no problem with that. What I'm trying to say is that there is a better way of living. You can enhance the quality of your life. You know, you need not to be confined to this box of just working, home, eat, poop, sleep, drinking, just the repetitive cycle of nothingness. This repetitive cycle that leads to, who am I? Why am I even here? Am I just simply just existing? There's no meaning in my life. There's no purpose in my life. And as monks, we want to bring you all forth to say there is a better way of living, the easier way of living. There is a more rewarding way of living. There is a more meaningful way of living, more purposeful way of living, to teach you all how to make good decisions, improve the quality of your relationships, laugh more, cry less, to enjoy fully in the moment, to just absorb everything that is around you, you know, bring people closer, to be less lonely, to be more confident, to be more courageous, to be less fearful of the world. And you know, it was last night that I spoke to a student who was so moved by the holidays, so moved by the New Year. And everyone know New Year, I gave my contents on TikTok about, it's just another day, folks. Be like a monk, think like a monk, behave like a monk. And so people were so moved. And I was like, yeah, well, what is your desire? Second noble truth in Buddhism, suffering is caused by desire. I don't want you all to give up desire. A good amount of certain desire is actually a good thing. The desire to be enlightenment is one of the best desires you can have temporarily. And so people on my Instagram, just hold the questions. So just send it and I'll address it when I'm done with my talk, okay? And then those who want me to address your questions, Instagram is going to be the best way to do it, because it's more organized versus the hundreds of questions that is on TikTok right now. So it just is. When you look back at your life, you're like, is this, well, right now I want you to think, is this all there is? With the friends that you have, with the things that you're doing, your activity, your work, your job, and is this all there is? And the answer, I hope, that I'm telling you, no, it's not. You have become complacent. You have become lazy and just gave up. You gave up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. I've never given up on myself. Life sucks. Yeah, it does. There is suck in life. I tell you that. There is suffering in life. That's the first noble truth. And, well, how do we deal with it? And that's what the Buddha taught. The Buddha taught us how to deal with it. The Buddha says, yeah, life doesn't have to suck. And I'm going to teach you how. And I'm going to teach you how in order, in method. Hold on, I always mess up on this word. Out of all the words in my vocabulary. Methodology. He gave us a methodology to follow. 1, 2, 3, literally like an instruction manual. In Buddhism, we give you all an instruction manual. We call that the Nikayas. And I'm telling you, I've tested it. I stopped my life. No, instead of partying and dating and sex and drugs and drinking and all that stuff. I've done all of that. And somewhere down the line, I gave myself the same speech, which is, it's just all there is to my life. Just this over and over again. The money that I'm paying, the money that I'm spending for, just worldly pleasures, sensual pleasures. What is it to my life? How can I had that long talk, and then after that long talk I had with myself, I realized, okay, all right, time to try something new, dude. And off I went. And here I am. And here I am telling you how to do it. Because it works. Education over entertainment. Doesn't mean you have to give it up. Just take a break for a second from the rap music. Take a break from the weed. Take a break from it. Just trust me. If you trust me and trust the process, you will become the limitless and fearless you. I'm telling you. Let's take a break for a good minute. Look at the military. Devin came back, my assistant. Devin is the one that you've seen in my TikTok. You go back in about like 10 TikToks, you see Devin in the white hoodie with whatever logo that's on the hoodie, all the colorful, clearly shows you he's Gen Z, Zoomer. And no music, he told me in the military, no music. Just all these things. And apparently it's the same as monastic training. It's the same as monastic training. So you adopt some of these recommendations and advice, and you realize that, maybe my life will change for the better. The optimistic optimism, to cultivate that. Someone asked why no music. Well, there's a lot of things that they can't do. I mean, they pretty much have no entertainment when they go to the military, particularly the Army. Because Devin just got back from the Army on leave, finished basic, now going to AIT. And they were like, they had to like put something in their sock and throw it around as a football to create entertainment. So in Buddhism, one of the precept, in the 8 precept, or even 10 precept if you want to go that far, is to refrain from entertainment. Because entertainment really gets you to, it just pulls you away from yourself. It feeds the ego and it pulls you away from yourself, and you're just now like, oh, I gotta be a badass. Oh, I gotta be a bad beep. You fill in the blank, all right? Oh, I gotta be angry at the world. It gets you, it feeds you. It's uploading in your head. In turn, then you operate on that system. You operate on that system, and then you realize, shoot, I am like in the zone and in the moment with this music right now. And that's why that's why when you see people act out in their cars, because they're listening to the music and it feeds their ego and it programs them to behave a certain way, then they behave a certain way. You're like, what the hell is happening here? He's obviously in the zone. The reality to him is pretty much very different than our reality right now, because we just chilling. So therefore, technology used for educational purposes versus entertainment will lead you to wisdom, knowledge. Knowledge is power. Profound wisdom. But if you keep on, look at how much you've been feeding yourself. My whole life I've actually veered towards things that were educational and give me insight about human behavior, versus watching shows that is meaningless and it's just a bunch of laughter. Some of these things that just make you laugh, yeah, I get it, you need to laugh, but I'm like, okay, well, we've been laughing for like 15 years of our life. What have you learned from these shows? And how could you use it to contribute to humanity, and how do you use it to contribute to your happiness in your own life? So therefore, I just want you to think about these things. A lot of people turn on the TV and they're like, that's and look at their strategies to get you guys into entertainment. TVs get bigger, better, clearer, brighter, LEDs. Sound is better. They're activating all of your sensual pleasures, your senses, your faculties, and TVs are now cheaper than ever before. So basically, they're enslaving you into the world of materialism. And you see that every year you want a bigger TV, a better PS5, or something like that, and then you're wasting time. And then when crap hits the fan, folks, you realize, what have I been doing all my life? Why am I in so much pain of this breakup? Why am I so depressed and broken right now? Why am I not eating right, sleeping right? Why is my mind tripping right now? Folks, you study what needs to be studied. You graduate the darn program. You go out You're no longer enslaved by these things out in the world. You're not moved by anything that's good or bad out there. No matter who's at war with who, no matter who's breaking up with who, no matter what the hell is going on out there. I'm telling you. Ask yourself, is Buddhism necessary in my life? Does it hurt to have this app in my life, in my head, called Buddhism? Because if you ask me my summary of qualification, I'll tell you my whole summary of qualification. But one of those in there, see my head, my bald head itself? There's little components and little apps in there, right? That's what makes up the mind and the brain, like mathematics, science, social studies, psychology. But you know, somewhere over there, it composes of Buddhism. The effective, profound, comprehensive way of life. To deal with life, to tame life. To tame life. And without Buddhism, folks, without Buddhism, clearly you see everyone fall off the wagon. We've seen judges fall off the wagon, police officers. Now we got more police officers falling off the wagon. Former police officers, like DUI. You get all sorts of humans falling off the wagons, presidents. And you're just like, wow, I mean, you can't go any higher than the president. You can't go any higher than a judge. And what's going on? How are y'all living y'all life? Because obviously y'all ain't Buddhist. So therefore, we look at that and if you were to examine these people who have fallen off the wagon, just one question you ask. One question you ask. The highest caliber in our society that have fallen, you go there and you ask them. You said, hi, how are you? I just want to ask you one question in regards to your arrest or your downfall or you hitting rock bottom and your addiction and all this other stuff. I just want to ask, did you practice Buddhism in your life? I guarantee you they're going to say no. A real good practitioner knows exactly what to do in life when these things unfold. They're not enslaved to sensual desires. They don't do these things. It's funny, I'm telling you, when you sit here as the student or teacher, wherever you're gonna be, where you're gonna go, and you just kind of just glance around and you realize that this is how the world works. This is what it's doing to us. So let me go back to the student that was so moved by the holidays, and then she told me, and then she cried, and then I went in. I went surgical in. Now, when I say surgical in, is when I am like, Choo. Okay, all right. So this particular phone right here on TikTok, there's 500 viewers right now, and TikTok just this phone just told me that I have 20% battery left. And my car is white, kind of like over there with the little battery charger in. So I need to go grab that to continue doing this because it's 20%. So give me 1 second. Boy, you've never seen a monk run so quick. So let me go grab it real quick. Y'all look at the Buddha right here and reflect on what I've said so far. Hold it. And this is a test to see how patient TikTok Gen Zoomers are. It's 472. Let's see how many can wait 60 seconds. Maybe 120 seconds. I don't want to trip and do a backflip. In Thailand, Oh, look at that 471. Look, they done stayed. Ah, they have done stayed. All right, hold on 1 second. Ooh, I done ran, y'all. And in Thailand, if a monk is running, you're something's going down. If a monk is running. So, okay, it's charging. I don't know why that phone's dying so quick. All right, so, okay, it's just like, so in Thailand, if a monk is running, like I just did, especially all in orange, everyone here is wearing everything but orange. I'm the only one that's wearing orange today. It's a humongous monastery, by the way. If I turn the cameras that way, I'm talking about this is like, yeah, it's a football field. Literally a whole football field. Who want to play football today? So in Thailand, if a monk runs, something's going down. Like if you ever see it, like a group of police officers run, something's happening, something's popping. So anyway, a good laugh for all of you all to giggle as you're sitting here watching me. Okay, back on point. Yeah, so once you get this training down, this little Buddhism app, the reason why it's so hard to study Buddhism, or the perception of difficulty in studying Buddhism, is that number one, there's 84,000 teachings, there's 45 volumes, and then there's commentaries, and you don't need to know all that. You don't need to study the suttas. You need someone to keep it short, simple, concise, to the point, easy to understand, easy to practice. That's where I come in. And that's why it's made sense to all of you so far. Look at how many is watching right now, especially on TikTok, almost 500. Because it makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, we feel you. These are facts. These are facts that we can in fact reflect and see clearly the results of how we've been conditioned, where we need to go, how we proceed on forward, instead of being enslaved to our emotions. Enslaved to all these things. And there's a lot of questions on here on TikTok, and I want to entertain some of them so that you guys don't feel like, oh my God, we're sending messages, he's not replying. How do you start in Buddhism with me? You go to my YouTube. And which is Jidao Monk on YouTube, TRIDAO on YouTube. I've left you all a library of teachings. Last, we all know that the whole U.S. government and TikTok, privacy issue, all that. I mean, just so like the best way is to adopt a unifying platform, social media, that is of education, and you dedicate yourself to it, like I did. I know there's a lot of information out there, but I'm telling y'all right now, I would never steer you wrong, and you just need to keep on point. That if your life has not been going well, time to try something new, and that new thing is Buddhism. It's been working for 2,566 years. Had it not work, we wouldn't be here. Had it not work, I wouldn't sit here and waste my darn time. There's plenty of clubs for me to go to if I was not a monk. There's Disney World for me to go to if I was not a monk. It's peace, it's chill, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's peace and it's chill. And that's all I really want to see the world. The world needs a shift and change. And given the last 60-second video that I did on TikTok about how I said, ooh, these bugs. How I said these Buddhism is going to hit the streets of America, and people were like, we can't wait, because Buddhism teaches you non-violence. It teaches acceptance, it teaches unity, compassion, and living in harmony. And so many people were so excited. They were like, we're long overdue. We need you out there. We need your students out there, and go, do it. Get it done. Yeah, that is my project. It's been my 7-year project. That's what we're doing. So, I hope this is a compelling talk for all of you, and it's something that, really wakes people up. And it's like, damn, I've been asleep all this time. Thank goodness came this monk named Jidao, and Jidao told us, hey, wake up from your sleep, wake up from the material realm, wake up from what you see in the world and how you're just latching onto it, and you're so moved by what's going on with CNN and MSNBC and whatever's going on out there. And that's evidence, right? If we're moved by things that we see on the outside, If we're moved in here because of what we see out there, then we're in the swirl and tornado of the world and not truly at peace within. And the more you feed yourself and the more you see that this is why monks crawl into the forests and be with the Buddha and monasteries and all this stuff. We are like very not attached to what's going on out there. It doesn't do anything for our spiritual growth and development. It does not lead us into sainthood and liberation. So therefore, I just want everyone to really, really look at that and realize that, you know, well, this year I'm going to download this app. I'm going to work on myself. And once my mind is fearless and unlimitless, I can really, truly enjoy my workout, really, truly enjoy mindfulness eating, really, truly enjoy sex, really, I mean, just everything across the board. Your whole quality of life will improve the way that that needs improvement. You know, just is so much better way to live than what is happening now. Oh, what app am I talking about? The Study and Practice of Buddhism. That's the app. Not like you just go on your app and you just. Someone's still talking about my link tree. Yeah, because I haven't fixed it yet. Maybe hold on. What is this? That would be Instagram. This is Facebook. So hold on. Let me go here and see if I can fix it right now. Yeah, you're right. Oof. I edit profile, website, G-Dao Monk. Y'all give me 1 second real quick. I'll fix the link tree right now. Thank you. Some of you are very helpful, actually. It takes 1 second to fix this darn thing. Okay, so I have just fixed my link tree so that you guys can go up there and hit my YouTube to join my YouTube and start your spiritual journey. I teach for free. I don't charge money. This tradition, that's what's right about it. I don't charge money. I'm not here to sell y'all nothing. I'm not, nothing, nada, nadie. My joy comes from serving the people, and it is people over profit all day, any day. So don't, yeah, anyway. Yeah, you know, I think that this is the world coming to apps and all these technological things, and I just wanted to, you know, bring it to awareness to all of you that out of all the useless apps in the world, the one app that you need in your head, it's not I'm talking about. We have confusions already on TikTok. They're like, what app are you talking about? I'm trying to find it on Apple. It is not an, shoot, maybe I should just make one. Someone tell me how to make an app, so I just put all my teachings over there and then just download the darn app. So when I say app, people are like, oh, okay, he literally means an app. Yeah, that will probably needs to happen. But what I'm talking about here, folks, is you making the actual effort of following through, studying the Four Noble Truths in details, comprehensive and effectively, so that in your mind you have more monks. Well, hold on. Y'all, too many messages. In your mind, you have the downloaded app of the comprehensive education of Buddhism in your head. Okay. All right. So anyways, I think you all get the point by now. And I can't wait to see you all flourish. That's the one thing that we monks are looking forward to, is students, you know, going through the programs, going through the teachings, dedicated to it quite fairly short amount of time, and then you come back and you said, yeah, you know, your teachings did this to my life. Your teachings improved the quality of my life brought my parents and I together, brought my loved ones together, brought my ex back, whatever the case may be. I was able to be more confident, more assertive, less fearful. I was able to go towards the howling wind of life and dealt with it like a leader. That's what I want to hear. And all of you have it. You all have it. Every single one of you who are watching right now are smart and intelligent. That's why we're here. You know? And there's no reason why you cannot be the leader that you actually really are. The leader that you actually really are. The leader within you. The Buddha that is in you right now. Simple. And because of your upbringing, you think that you're not good enough. That people are judging you, you're judging yourself, you're not even listening, and blah, 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 all these little negative self-talk and so on and so on. But you got it. You got exactly what it takes. You can change after this video. You can make, so you have so much power to do what needs to be done to improve your life and the life of others around you. How are we doing so far, Stephen? I'm on live, and I'm calling you over the radio.
Good. Third bag. Actually, my fourth bag.
Ooh. Bugs. Okay. You're not tired yet, huh? Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. I'm still over here giving the teachings, so I just wanted to check in with you. Just do the best you can. I think she'll be very pleased after you're done wrapping up the yard work. So Stephen is assisting a Buddhist nun not too far from here, pulling weed, doing yard work, because the Buddhist nun travels a lot, and so Suko is pretty amazing. I'm very indebted to Suko's effort during my ordination process. There was a lot of headaches during the ordination process, so with her help it went a little more smooth. What led to this talk today was because the amount of one-on-one sessions that I was doing to people, and I just saw how reactive people are to the outside world, you know. And I'm just like, when you see another human so reactive to the outside world, y'all know this, y'all got friends that be tripping over stuff on TV, outside, neighbors, and you're just like, are you kidding me? You're literally getting angry, you're literally getting sad over what's going on out there. You're in this room, but yet so moved by things that is outside of this room. Think about that. It's like your own house. Like literally, this is your own house. This is your house. See the roof on your head? And when I'm counseling with people and it's like, huh? And they're like, they get so all angry or they cry really sad. And I'm just like, what happened to your house? Literally, it's like a house with no roof. When you are that moved, it is equivalent a house with no roof, because it just rains on you. Then you're sad or you're excited or you're angry or whatever, right? So the Buddha gave the analogy of, listen, y'all need to patch up y'all roof. Literally patch up our roof so that it's ingredient and sealed, and so no water can leak through it, thus affecting you, the human underneath your little roof. You're safe and you're sound, you know? Be your temple. You are the temple. And so, yeah, I'm just like, so we got to change some things this year, because, I mean, we humans are so intelligent. Have you noticed? Let me tell y'all something. Have you noticed? Everything is advancing. Medicine, law, technology, and all these little things is advancing. Cars is advancing. Like we got drones and we got all these things, right? The only thing that is not advancing is the human mind and intelligence. Okay? This is getting dumber, actually, if you really think about it. This is getting dumber, and everyone knows it. especially people who are building our jails. And the justice system is getting bigger to deal with the dumbness of people. Literally, I'm telling you, look around you. I mean, here, I mean, in Pinellas County, the jail is getting bigger. And I'm just like, I don't understand why the jail is getting bigger. We're supposed to be becoming more smart and more intelligent. Why is the jail getting bigger? And I'm just like, because nobody practices and studies Buddhism so they can apply intelligence. Ooh, these bugs. These bugs are attacking me. They don't want me to teach Buddhism or something. The secular bugs. They don't want. Well, because technology is making them dumber. Technology is making people dumber, and their ego proliferates, and they will act on their ego's needs and wants, thus making foolish choices, thus jail or ER. Hospital's getting bigger, and jail's getting bigger. So therefore, y'all need to think about how everything is advancing except literally human spirituality. Let's talk about that. Human intelligence is advancing, but the component of the spirituality of knowing yourself deep down inside, where have you been, where you are, where are you going, and who do you want to go with, is where the confusion lies. And it's like, I don't know who I am, so therefore I'm just going to date this other idiot. I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm going to go and follow the crowd of foolishness rather than being a leader. You know what I mean? So people make the foolish choices because they lack the component of spirituality. And I got this other student that dates millionaires, and she tells me these millionaires are pretty much idiots, and I'm just like, listen, do you know why he's an idiot or she's an idiot? Because they lack spirituality. They ain't got no problem making money, clearly, if they're driving Bugattis and whatever, Lamborghinis and all the giddies and itties and stuff like that. But they haven't understood themselves. I met this one dude who was a tech store owner. We're not gonna say names, we're not gonna say what store it is. But the dude was so smart. He's telling me all these things about technology that I'm just like mind blown. I'm like, whoa. Okay, you obviously know your stuff. Obviously you PhD in your field. I get it. He dates some chick. He breaks up with the chick. Pretty soon, you know, the whole store is gone. I thought to myself, I said, that was one of the smartest guy I have ever seen, heard, that updates me about technologies, the future of technology, just everything about you need to know about stuff. And I'm just like, all right. I went home and reflected, and I'm like, damn, he was missing that one component that could stabilize his life during turmoil. He was missing Buddhism. He was missing the heart. He was missing the courage. Just everything we're teaching in Buddhism, had he just known the darn thing, he could have just leveled himself calmly, tranquility, serenity, with brightness and clarity. And to realize that one girl is obviously not going to ruin my life, my spiritual life, my professional life, and obviously my darn store and my income. And I was just like, damn it. And I sat there, and you know, it's I heard his story actually, but again, I think his ego got the best of him, and therefore he couldn't reach out, didn't want to reach out, don't know how to reach out. So we lost a CEO, you know, but there's just more of it. There's just more. That's just one example, you know. So therefore, the rest of you, you know, with the time that I have with all of you, is to wake you guys up, so that you are spiritually advanced versus the technological advances that's trying to consume you. Okay. I got some students that's all about, you know, going to the gym, and they really buy into the supplements, buy into the self-image thing of it, and I'm just like, really? Do you know that you just need your body weight to be fit and look sexy naked? I play with my students, and I get straight to the point. I'm like, why do you work out? So you can look sexy AF naked, yes? To who? To that girl? And I tell to the girl, to who? To them boys? But some of them get really wrapped up and attached to it to the point where they're like taking supplements and God knows what they're pumping into their body, and they really overdo it. And then they like mess up their backs and all this other stuff and all weird postures, and they have to go see, like, again, bought into the world, bought into what the world is trying to fool them. I'm sorry, can someone send that again, that request again? It was a verified account that just asked to go live. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button. That was a account with a check mark that wanted to go live with me. Can you hit that again? Oh, technology. The one account, that must be an influencer that asked to go live. I saw the blue check mark and I don't have my glasses on, so can you hit that again? Someone asked about women, and yeah, this year I'm empowering women, and I stand for women equal rights and footing in Buddhism. So I apologize for the one person that wanted to go live with me with a blue check mark. Can you send it again? I apologize for accidentally declining it. I'm so nice to people. I'm afraid when people are like offended when I make mistakes. All right, so until that thing pops up again, I was wanting to go back. So I assert that all you guys are my students. And the students of the School of the Intelligence, School of Ji Dao. Ji means intelligent, Dao means the way. Intelligent way. Literally, they named me Intelligent Way. So therefore I bring to you all the intelligent way, to not be enslaved by our world, by in the world who touches your emotions, the world who touches you to be impulsive, the world that touches you to be the world that's trying to shape you who you're not, the world that is trying to manipulate you to get money out of your wallet, to crush you, to make you be like the leaf. You're this leaf, and it just blows. It just, the world's doing this, and you're just, just going where it's blowing. No, Buddhism is what? Buddhism is cultivating you to be the rock that you are. Just like the statue of the Buddha behind me, you see that? It's a very, very heavy rock. Very, very heavy. Granite, maybe? I don't know my stones. But obviously, the Buddha teaches us not to be moved by anything that is good or bad. And so therefore, one should not be moved by anything that is good or bad in the world, whatever the hell is happening, and what it is the world is trying to do. All the magazines, all the entertainment, all the, we're gonna help you get 50,000 followers, and don't even get me started on social media. But social media, it's like, they know, right? They know that people have low self-esteem, low self-value, low everything. So they try to get you to, we're gonna help you get all these followers and be an influencer so you feel good about yourself. They always try to get you to feel good about the what's the word? Superficially feel good about yourself versus a true substance that you are, your authentic self. Now I've noticed, for example, like Instagram, like I put all these wonderful posts from TikTok over to Instagram to inspire more. I don't get any more followers. It just actually goes down. Why? Because they want to make money, and they're like, well, you should boost your post. I'm not gonna boost my post. I don't care about followers or not. I don't care. Do what you do, Instagram. I don't care. I don't care one bit. I do my job as a monk. I speak. People listen. They like. They follow. They no like. Don't follow. I don't need validation. I don't need any more 50,000 followers and stuff like that. But you see what they're trying to do is to make money and try to cultivate a fake sense of substance or validation or existence. We know from psychology that you want to be heard, you want to be seen, and you want to be respected. So they'll feed that to your ego. They will feed that to you. And so therefore, it's like, why would you be moved by that? Your teacher sitting here is not moved by that, not one bit. Hell, if everything gets deactivated tomorrow, I'd still be fine. Y'all know where to find me. Y'all know how to, y'all got my phone number. I will still lead people into enlightenment all day, every day, with or without social media. But you all get my point, right? You all get my point, right? Is that the world is trying so hard. Try hard, right? All my Gen Zs out there, try hard. They are try hard right now. Try hards right now, trying to get all you guys to be victims of what they're trying to do. Little puppets. They're trying to control you with social media, with entertainment and everything like that. So hopefully you all, so go out, go find a monastery nearby, go observe monks, go watch monks, go talk to monks, go study Buddhism, do whatever that you want to do that needs to be done. And you realize, wow, look at how peaceful they are. What does that mean to me? Look at how effective they are. Look at how they're just like unmoved by things in life. It changed the way how you see things. It changes the way how you feel about things in life, principles in life. The rock and the Buddha that you are, the rock that and the Buddha inside of you yet to be discovered. Oh, damn it, this is the year to discover it. Discover the Buddha in you. Discover the leader in you. Discover the confidence in you. Once you have discovered that, you are limitless, you are fearless towards the howling world. This sad-ass world. Truth be told, it's sad. This violent world, this unforgiving world, this ever-changing nature of this world. Be the Buddha that you are. Be the Buddha that you are. And we teach you all of this, how to remain calm, collective, kind, deep understanding, clear as night and day. We teach you everything you need to know to tame the world, thus inspiring other people, thus cultivating true self-esteem, thus making an actual difference that you can feel good about and contribute to your world, your one and only world. I'm telling you, everything I'm teaching y'all gonna be the wonderful saints, the wonderful Buddhist saints to be. So hopefully you stand with me. Hopefully you stand with Buddhism. Hopefully you adopt Buddhism. Just try it out. It's not a cult. There's nothing weird about this. You do whatever you want. The Buddha says, test out my teachings. Don't even believe me. Even if he was sitting right here, he would lean over my head and say, look, I'm the Buddha. I'm Gautama. I am Sakyamuni Gautama. Don't even believe me. Don't even believe this guy. Go out and try Buddhism for yourself. See if you meditate, if you in fact achieve peace yourself. And then the Buddha would retract himself and then just fly back over there and be like, all right, Jidao, you have at it. I've spoken. The Lord Buddha have in fact spoken. So the Buddha really made it easy for us to do our job and for people to really, really go out and try out his teachings. It's pretty amazing. I don't have to sit here and sell Buddhism to all of you. I don't have to sit here and convince you otherwise without evidence and without scientific evidence. That's already there's been there. Thousands of articles have been there. Google Buddhism, So moving forward, you are moving forward about the program. Okay, number one, anyone can reach out. There's a lot listening right now, so I'm gonna throw this out there. Okay, so the venerable spoke about what is going on in the world. The venerable spoke about how, and now he talks about how you can get into my program. Okay, it's free. Don't charge money. Get with me on Instagram so that you can introduce yourself. With every new student this year, I like to know who you are, how old you are, where you're at in life, where you've been. Tell me about family. Tell me about your love life. Tell me about school, work, home balance, all that. Help me understand you as a whole so I can meet you where you're at in life and make adjustment as necessary. I have the book. The book is free. I send it to you, to your email. Read the cognitive behavioral therapy book. If I believe that is going to be appropriate for you. Those who are ready to go into Buddhism, then good, go to Buddhism. Jidao Monk on Instagram. The link should be the same. So it's G and then underscore Dao and then underscore Monk. Someone said your Instagram's not working. So I was like, what? And that's how we're gonna make progress this year. Each individual student. So since the program is free, we depend on donations to survive as monks. So the Linktree also provides for those who wants to give more and take less in the world. When you get to Buddhism, you realize when we start identifying our three poisons, the Buddha said, greed, anger, and delusion, the one best way to get rid of greed is to give more and take less. That doesn't mean money. You can give your time, energy, effort, dedicate your body, speech, and mind for the benefit of others. So, and then this year I have all sorts of programs too. There's the new t-shirt programs that have my school logo and phone number and all that. And you all can go on the Linktree and look at those shirts. It promotes what we're talking about here. And this is how Buddhism will go forth and multiply and spread to the largest masses and wake people up, and education over entertainment. Goodness always struggles. Goodness always struggles and struggles to prevail over darkness. Therefore, one must reflect about that. What you see, you can be the change that you want to see. I have no doubt you all can do that. So let me answer some questions here. Bralin Strouser said that, so there were some issues in Thailand about this small temple with like 4 or 5 monks who got addicted to meth and failed the drug test, and then they shut down the temple. Of course, that just blew up all over, all day, every day. But I will comment and I will say, no, first and foremost, a lot of politics between government, like church and state, same here in the US, church and state, a lot of issues. We've scratched our head about why they targeted this particular monastery. And I'm not there, and you're not there to verify if it's true or not. We're just hearsay for now. So let's just pretend that it is real. Number one, monks are also humans. They're not saints. They're not arahants yet. They're in training. It's just to show the magnitude of greed, anger, and ignorance, especially the ignorant part. There's probably the component of ignorant of the Four Noble Truths is what we need to study in order to conquer foolishness in life. Anytime we have people do this, drug, sex, arrests, all the foolishness of human, the root cause of it is the ignorance of the Four Noble Truths. And anyone can Google that, Four Noble Truths. Okay, I've taught that over and over again. So it's sad, you know, if it's true, then it's like you've lost the battle. That's what one monk would say to another, which is just like, what? You know, because we have all these type of meditations. Whatever we find attractive with something, we find the unattractive nature of it. It's called the meditation on the 32 parts of the body, 32parts.com. Free resources. So obviously they didn't, you know, if these things were true, they obviously didn't practice right. So, you know, we need not to compare ourselves to all the people who have failed or is failing. We need to solidify our own practice and look at our own practice and how we don't fall trap into that crap. You know? Notice how I'm not moved by these news around the world about things that's happening outside. You know, even all their monks, all their monasteries. I'm like, y'all, listen, the Buddha had done said, y'all do you. Okay, because I've done left the instructions. Whether you practice right or not, you know what the hell you're doing. So therefore, we return back to our practice. Always. Look back at our faults. Look back at what we need to improve. And improve oneself. Simply put. Just like me. I'm not perfect. There's some days I'm like, dang. And I sit and I, you know, get in my position. I meditate. And I'll find the fault. I'll find where it is. And I'll fix it. I'll find it in my mind. I'll find the root cause of it. I'll use the practice of dependent origination, the practice of paticca samuppada. I'll find it. I'll trace it. I will do what I am telling you all to do, which is to exercise discretion and discernment with your intelligence, to pinpoint specifically where the problem lies within one's mind. And then you go there, you start working on it. You start tightening up the bolts, nuts, and screws, whatever is necessary. It's like a car. Well, it's making noises. Well, guess what? Get out there and find it. Where's this noise coming from? Then you find the darn thing, you get the right tools, and you go in there and you start working on it. Nice and slow. Tighten it up. And so yeah, you know, that's easy. So these things are easy, you know. One could consider me as the, I don't know, a spiritual doctor, right? Go in there and fix the darn thing, you know? So, Brandlin, thank you for supporting. You bought a flower or whatever down here. Obviously, that contributes. And you said, I read that article, but it diminished my confidence if monks fall. Why shouldn't I fall? Well, someone also wrote, what color is your Bugatti? I don't got a Bugatti. I don't even have a car in my name. Whoever works for the DMV can go ahead and look up. I have nothing to my name. I own nothing, want nothing. That's why I'm at peace. This is what you see here is a face of peace. This is not the face of having a Bugatti parked out behind these cameras. So funny. Stop trolling. No confidence in monks and teachers is that Ajahn Chah said, our famous teachers have said, even when the teacher goes south, even when the teacher falls short of their own standard, of their own, you know, so students are not to be attached on the teachers, even though that's hard, right? Because you look up to us, you look up to me, you look up, right? Ajahn Chah said, you must return to your practice. It tests and reflects your own practice when any teacher falls. So yeah, it is disheartening to see priests, rabbis, and monks and all of these things. But at the end of the day, you must save you. You cannot save other people. And the Buddha have said, you must learn to save you. No one can and no one may. So, you know, we monks show the way, teach the way. Some of us don't live up to the standards, just like other holy men. But hey, y'all know what to do. The Buddha left you guys a list of things to do. You do them ardently, assiduously, confidently, in a very most disciplined way, and you will be a Buddha, or closest to it. End of story. Sitting here pondering about other people's mistakes or How holy men fall short from ain't gonna do nothing, ain't gonna change nothing. You have the power to change you immediately, effectively, moment to moment. And that's what I teach, and that's what we should do, and that's what we will do. So, Brandon, it seems like you're very devoted and very attentive to this talk. And just give it a try, you know? Just give it a try. As long as we're in this human skin, we're subject to a lot of defilements and a lot of psychological demons that will try to infiltrate your mind. I hope to strike all of you as a teacher that is disciplined, a teacher that tries to live a blameless life. I hope to strike all of you as, you know, if this is your choice, if this is choice that you have chosen, that this is the teacher that, you know, that you have deemed me, do your measurements, your rubric, and through the science of decision-making process, that I would strike you all as true, authentic, qualifying, experienced, authentic teacher. One who has walked the path, one who has disciplined himself, one who is following the path in regards to the Vinaya, in regards to the Noble Eightfold Path. You know, that's how you make your decision. Because it is hard trying to find a good teacher that is, you know, are you teaching us the right way? Are you trying to scam us? Are you trying to, you know, do things, you know? And like I said, this tradition cannot charge money, cannot ask for anything except a cup of water. End the story. Keeps the purity and the integrity of such. So, but moving forward, you know, anyone can reach out and, you know, just look, exhaust. Go to my YouTube and just have at it. It's your playground. It's your, what do you want to call it? This is your Disney World of the Dhamma. Go to my YouTube, dig around, study, listen. You know, get those little earbuds, wireless things. Every time when you're doing dishes, every time when you're working out, you're taking a walk. Download. What is Chi Dao trying to tell you? What is Chi Dao trying to say? How can I use this to my life, for my life? How can I be effective? How's this going to make me a better human, better husband, mom, dad, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, student? Okay, that's my challenge for all of you this year. Is that how can my teachings, free guidance, free service for humanity do something for you? I've got so many reports, but who cares about those reports? Who care about what other people say, what my teachings have done for them and how it has changed their life and all that? You test it out. So anyways, anyone can get with me on my Instagram. Someone's asking here, how do we get one-on-one with you? We can do it right now if you want. Or you can go to my Instagram and again, introduce yourself. I like to meet the students. It's a very tailored approach. And also some free resources, some Buddhist free resources is buddhanet.net. buddhanet.net. Someone wants to type that across all of the platforms so everyone is aware of buddhanet.net. There you will find the Four Noble Truths, the Noble Eightfold Path. Keep notes, keep a journal. This year, everyone keep a journal. Measure your own progress, take notes, reflect on it, ask questions. Ask questions in the notes, and then when we talk, I'm like, where's your notes? You're like, I got it. Dear Venerable, what does it mean of okay? And that's how you impress me. Hopefully I have impressed all of you through this talk. And then it's time for you to impress me during our talk. And let me know during our talk if you want me to inspire other people, because I can go live and they can hear you, but they cannot see you. So other people can hear what you have to say, want to say, is asking, and how we're proceeding with it. Every story inspires another human being. And it's our chance to really use social media for goodness, for education, to fully inspire. So, So all right, the orange thing. A lot of people were asking, why the orange? Orange means wisdom, but all of the Buddhist color, the spice color, actually means death. Autumn time, when the leaf fall from the trees, they are spice colors. So it means death. That means every morning we wake up, we realize our own mortality. Therefore, we need to be grateful and study what needs to be studied, practice what needs to be practiced, and know what needs to be known, so that we don't waste time sitting here thinking about Netflix or TikTok or whatever, and to do what needs to be done to inspire, to change ourselves, to reach sainthood, to reach Buddhahood. And I love it. I love this path. I just want to sit here forever. But if I don't have to eat, poop, and sleep, I sit here and meditate till like the Buddha and achieve full enlightenment. Are there a lot of Buddhist communities? There is. And I encourage you all to search on your Google, your nearby monastery. I belong to the School of the Elders, which is the original school of Buddhism. We are the longest, oldest, still continuing school of Buddhism. Very strict, very conservative, straight to the point. No nonsense. We don't do the other funny stuff that other schools do. So therefore, it is up to you to make your comparisons, contrast, and try out whichever works for you. It is not a one-size-fits-all, but this tradition worked perfectly for me because I needed to get straight to the point, especially in my earlier days when I was depressed and anxious, and I'm like, the hell? What do I need? What is it about Theravada that I need to know, and how do I apply it to my life, and what is this meditation, and how do I achieve peace from this meditation, like right now? So I was always a right now kind of guy. And I have found this school to be comprehensive, effective, straight to the point. Within a matter of a few years, I got it down. And so, again, all of you are so smart. And I'm so blessed and grateful that you all are tuning in and watching me over. Even though I'm not there with you, but I am there with you. You're seeing me through the screen, but I see your presence. And I can feel your presence. And to see this much amount, as particularly the TikTok thing, that just this amount tuning into Buddhism is a tremendous, magnificent impact. Just the presence alone. Are monks allowed to share people, personal problems? Like, am I allowed to share my own personal problems? Is that what that means? Because I have. Those who follow me long enough know, I keep it quite interesting. It's not always talking about the teachings of the Buddha. I talk about my programs, my struggles, my laughter, my joy, my sorrow. I really bring the first noble truth out. The first and second noble truth out to all of you. So anyways, visit my link tree. Help. The best way to inspire other people onto this path to peace is by through our own change. And someone says, do you have a tooth bling? I do have a tooth bling, actually. This is before becoming a monk. I put a diamond in my tooth. See? This is what does this mean? Kevin, yes, I can speak Vietnamese. Sư có thể nói được tiếng Việt. This means that I was once just like all of you. Partied, got in trouble. My assistant's calling me. Yeah, go ahead. I'm still on live.
Could you ask her?
Ask her what?
Needs help with anything else?
Steven nó hỏi sư cô hỏi cần nó làm gì thêm nữa không, hoặc là sư cô muốn chỉ cho nó chỗ nào mà nó cần làm thêm á.
Sư cần cái gì á thì cuối ra sư nói với nó thấy chỗ nào ngoài đó không phải.
Y'all give me 1 second real quick. It's the Buddhist nun that. So she said that she doesn't really know. Um, obviously, when we got there together, Stephen, she obviously did not like. Yes, she just doesn't know. So anyway, just try to tidy up everything. You know, pulling the roots of the weed keeps it from growing back. And you know, as long as it looks nice and clean, and it's gonna look like that for a good minute, and we're good. So yeah, just I'll go over there and do a final check, but right now everything is good. And I think another monk is walking towards me. I can't see. Wait a second. Yeah, I think they're getting ready. It's 2 o'clock. They're getting ready to do a Dharma talk, so I probably need it. Oh, we got more Buddhist nuns flying around. Okay, so I'll be right over there. Okay. Anyways, I was so the thingy in my life I offer going forward publicly over the past 5 years, my life for you to examine. And you know, again, I was just like all of you guys, and then it didn't work out, and I was like, okay, all right, time to try the teachings of the Buddha, because if I continue my path, a very destructive path, probably wind up in prison or in the ER or dead. Played a little too long and played a little too hard, and so therefore after trying this philosophy, obviously I got younger, at least aesthetically. You know, peaceful. You know, whatever is emanating out of this voice is what you're getting, some evidence, some cues and clues of the direct result of the practice of peace, to walk the path of peace of the Buddha. So I'm gonna go over there and check up on Steve, and Steve's helping with the Buddhist nun's residence, because she's been around Vietnam and Texas, so the mobile home over here was left unattended to, so it's kind of messy. So I want to go over there and check everything, see how messy things are, and wrap things up. Again, for all of you who are listening, thank you for joining in. If you've missed or just are now coming in, go back to the YouTube or the Instagram. Try to catch up on the library of teachings. Visit my link tree to support Buddhism, and many more talks to come. I'm so excited for all of you. I'm more excited for new and more students to come embracing this path with you, and I'm here to hold your hand. It's rare to find a monk. It's rare to find a monk that speaks English, right? And just know that I'm here to serve the people, because exactly what the ego. What? Someone wrote something about the ego? Stop. This is what the Buddha wanted us to do. Monks to go forth, to serve the people, be there for the people, people above all. And again, I'd like to conclude my talk today. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you all for being wonderful listeners. And may you all realize the light of your own true nature. May you all see how intelligent you are, and to use that intelligence to achieve peace in your life, and to have your wishes fulfilled in the many ways that Buddhism can do for you. So let me give you all the blessing verse, and then off we go. Sabbi tiyo viwanjantu sapharogo vinasatu mate phawantwan tarayo sukhi dihayugo bhava abhivandana sile Sanicang buddha bachanino chataro dhamma vattandi ayuwanno Sokhang phalang bhavatasa phamangalang rakantu sapade vadasa pabuddha nufavena sada soti bhavantu te Bhavatasa phamangalang rakantu sapade vadasa pathamma nufavena sada soti bhavantu te Bhavatasa phamangalang rakantu sapade vadasa pasangkha nufavena sada soti bhavantu te. May you all know what it's like to truly be at peace. May you know what it's like to truly find inner peace, freedom, and liberation. May you know what it's like not to be moved by what the external world is doing and will do in the foreseeable future. May you all be healed and be a source of healing and inspiration to other people. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you all once again, and I I will see you all on my Instagram and my YouTube. Engage and go forth victoriously. It's going to be a wonderful year. By following the methods of the Buddha, you will get there, and I will be there with you, for you, watching you, to make sure that you succeed. Goodbye. Till the next time. Oh, now I'll get to see all the comments. I need to do this for 1 second. Trying to get a good profile picture for Instagram. Okay, Instagram always asks me to like find a good profile picture. What do you mean? Why don't you just use AI and choose one for me? What happened to AI? Oh. I need one. I need one that is smiling, always. All right, got it. Oof. The future of education is Buddhism and the cultivation of self-confidence. I said, and the cultivation. I should change that to source, huh? Yeah, and the source of self-confidence. Yes, yes. Very good. Very good. No, I'm in Florida. I'm not in Japan right now. I wish I was in Japan. My cousin's over there. Longtime cousin I grew up with is over there. So, these bugs. Different levels of being a monk. I love it. I should do a TikTok on it. Different levels of being a monk. Yes, there's different attainments on the path to monkhood. Ooh, my feet is asleep. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I need to exercise. Give me 1 second, folks. Okay. It's cold today. Cold today. Everybody visit my YouTube for more teachings, okay? YouTube. Go to my link tree. Go to my page. And access. I need to take a screenshot. Oof. Let me take this off right here. Beautiful. Took a screenshot there for later. And that's done. And now I take off YouTube.